Hey guys, welcome to a special episode of TEW this week. We have a celebration episode, if you will, for our 750th episode, or show in the save. Technically it's 751. Unfortunately, SmackDown was earlier on tonight, and we are booking a special celebration event afterwards that's going to be showing live on our WWE network. It's also our last show for SummerSlam, so we're hoping to make big things going forward. It's been an interesting couple of weeks booking this. There's certainly going to be a lot of new characters getting pushed forward that haven't been pushed previously. I remember in a previous video I did say I didn't really want to book 3 shows a week, it was too tedious, but I've changed the product a wee bit again, and it didn't affect the people watching it. Everybody's quite happy with it. So there will be a third show happening again soon. And just to confirm, because we've taken away the TNA levels, it means we are now going to have a third show exclusively with the female wrestlers, which I think is a good move. It gives them a chance to, even because usually I'd be booking 1 or 2 women's matches a show, which doesn't really help with division progress. It helps a couple of them, the ones that are over. But I'm hoping then we can really push a lot of people forward, get a lot of people to a better position, hopefully have that main event that we are desiring. So we may see a special episode when the first one drops, just really promoting the show and see how that goes. It also means we will have 1 champion, so we are going to have a big matchup at SummerSlam, combining the 2 championships. Thankfully, as I say, the last time we done it was champion v champion, so it doesn't really matter this time. As I say, it's not quite the same. It just means whoever wins the match will be the undisputed champion as that roster starts. So we'll do this one next Sunday's episode anyway. It will be, of course, SummerSlam. I'll be booking that pretty much after this is recorded, and then it will be a special women's episode. As I say, as we do the first ever show, that will be an exclusive network show. At the moment, the plan is to make it a B show, with a view to making it an A show once we can make sure we're going to consistently get A ratings that doesn't really hamper the company's product. Yeah, looking forward to it. It's just keeping the save fresh, inventing new stuff every so often. As I say, we're midway through 2020, and it won't be long until we're on the road to WrestleMania in 2021. So before we start the actual show itself, as always guys, any comments on the series are deeply appreciated. Let me know what predictions you've got for SummerSlam. We'll try and run through the card at the end of the episode as much as I can remember off the top of my head. Let me know how your saves are going, guys. It's always good to get kind of feedback and everybody else how they're still enjoying the game. It's that kind of stage now where everybody's going to maybe some custom mods. So let me know how you're getting on, who you've been booking, whether it be fictional wrestlers or even just, as I say, guys you wouldn't normally see in the WWE. And yeah, as I say, any likes etc. are appreciated. And keep looking out for your good brothers on the TEW Grey Dog Software forums, and of course, Fantasy Booker subreddit. So without further ado, this is WWE's 750th show celebration with Shane McMahon, my character in game, booking it. Let's go. So we're in the Aloha Stadium in Hawaii. I just felt that was a good place to come. And 43,151 have turned out for this special occasion. We start off with Miz TV, and it's really just showcasing a wee bit of rivalry we've got going. It is Raw versus SmackDown, a special matchup that's going to happen at SummerSlam. It's going to be 2 baby faces, but I'm wanting to try a matchup between Aleister Black and Seth Rollins. So this is really just the Miz trying to cause some tension between Black and Rollins for this brand supremacy. Star 97 is a good start to the show, strong start, and got the crowd hotter, and the storyline advances and gains heat. Now these two will be in action later on tonight. After this, though, as Miz is doing this, Randy Orton comes out of nowhere and hits him with an RKO, a simple B plus 85 segment. It got the crowd hotter again. Performance from Orton was good. It did lose heat on the storyline, but it was really just a case of giving these two something. I really do want to push the Miz going forward. Randy Orton's always going to be a solid hand, so these two will be in action one-on-one at SummerSlam. Opening contest was the match I finally wanted to have. Of course, we've been teasing this on SmackDown Live between the 2 MMA stars. Of course, we brought back Jake Hager as a mixed martial artist who had a great run, we'll just say, in Bellator. He's come back to take on Matt Riddle, who's come up through the the ranks in the WWE. Decent matchup. Matt Riddle draws with Jake Hager in 9:51 for double countout. This was a B77, so it continued the storyline, gained a bit of heat. There was an option maybe to put Hager over, and then Riddle would try and get his redemption, but I just felt like, nah, let's have the blow-off match at SummerSlam. One man will get their first defeat. Be interesting to see who gets it, but because of how stacked the card is, this was a storytelling match of the day, and a B77 is pretty good with that in consideration. High chance this does go in the pre-show, but you never know. Next up, just a little brand supremacy tag match just to try out different combinations. Daniels was on a losing run before, bang, he said he'd got a friend and Kazarian has joined him. TM61 run a good run in Raw, a couple of wins, a few defeats, so they've maybe not had great consistency, but it was about they had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, and Daniels and Kazarian defeat TM61 in 10:26 when Daniels defeated Nick Miller by pinfall with the best moonsault ever. Amazing though that Daniels at the age of 50 can still spring a 93 performance when in a tag team because of the chemistry boost between him and Kazarian. But overall, very happy with that, and yeah, there might be good things ahead for Kazarian and Daniels. Next up, again, because we can do matches between Raw and SmackDown stars, it gives us a little opportunity to try stuff. So we had a matchup that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, and it was the Usos who defeated the Masters of Wrestling, the Revival, and the Exiles in 15:49 when Jey Uso defeated Dash Wilder with the Ally Us. Great chemistry from the Usos there. They're hitting out in 90s now. They're just, honestly, just incredible. I really am enjoying booking the Usos again. The storyline did lose a bit of heat here, though I did have apparently a distraction, if I got my road agent notes. Nope, I didn't. Don't know why that's gained. I'm pretty sure I'd set it to have some sort of, Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens appearance. But it's a good showing that both tag team divisions are pretty strong. Dash Wilder improves in a couple of skills. And yeah, this will lead up to two matches we're going to have at SummerSlam. I'm probably going to do two fatal four-way, the Exiles, the Revival. I do want to try and tie in the Young Bucks as well, so we may see what happens there. And the SmackDown side of things is more than likely going to be the Usos, the Masters of Wrestling, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. And I might throw in as well Kazarian and Daniels. He's back in the WWE, we re-signed him. I'm going to give him a push. I've been loving his character in real life just now. Let's have a little promo. We're in the ring. I know it says backstage promo. We're in the ring, and who wants to walk with Elias? So we're building up slowly but surely, just giving him promos. We'll give him a program eventually, but a good C63 for Elias. Next up, we decided to have a 10-woman tag showcasing everybody who is going to be in the female match, and it was about that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. And it was the heels that won. It was the team of Dana Brooke, Nikki Cross, Mandy Rose, Liv Morgan, and Asuka, who defeated Charlotte Paige, Becky Lynch, Bayley, and the talented Rhea Ripley in 13:50 when Nikki Cross defeated Bayley with a perfect storm. Mandy Rose, the weak link, we're slowly but surely building her up there. It's promising to see everyone else really got over a 70 rated performance. That's good to see. Our women's division is really on fire now. And if we can just get a couple more to that Charlotte and Dana Brooke level, I'll be delighted. Storyline progresses between Nikki Cross and Rhea Ripley. And yeah, my worry there is that injury to Paige, because if I hit next segment, Shane McMahon confirms that the fatal 5-way for both championships to take the undisputed women's champion is going to be between Charlotte, Nikki Cross, the talented Rhea Ripley, Dana Brooke, and Paige. So that injury to Paige might just affect who's going to be in the matchup. So we'll see how that goes after. Next up, Adam Cole and Jason Jordan are together. They are going to be allies tonight. Both guys are in separate feuds. We've got Adam Cole in the Undisputed Era, him, O'Reilly, and Fish. Adam Cole turning babyface just with those guys against the Revival and Daniel Bryan. So we are going to have Daniel Bryan and Adam Cole at SummerSlam. We're also going to have Jason Jordan, who's kind of taking a similar gimmick to real life, but he's just like, yeah, I'm not a pushover for MD. And he's challenging Rusev for the European Championship at SummerSlam. But B plus 85 is still good. Adam Cole, we're just changing his gimmick. And he got a bossy gimmick, which was great. So that's good to see there. Properly going in now on an Adam Cole push. And the match itself actually was a bit disappointing, but it was great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Adam Cole and Jason Jordan pick up the win over Bryan and Rusev in 1752. How glorious would a Rusev-Daniel Bryan partnership be? It'd be pretty cool. Jordan defeating Rusev. B78, and the reason for this would be protecting Rusev, so Jason Jordan can get the win. As you can see there, he's 77 ratings, not the greatest, but again, he is more skill, less overness, so we do have to get him over. But good performances to an extent. Bryan and Cole getting better at their gimmicks. Thankfully, this Cole's Adam Cole and not Michael Cole, which you probably have associated in a Daniel Bryan storyline. Both segments do progress the storylines, but do lose heat. No skill improvements, booking decisions as you can see there, and of course we had to keep Rusev looking strong, but if it benefits Jason Jordan, it justifies its position in the card. Next up, promo from Bray and Braun. They're going to have one final clash with Mojo Bojo at SummerSlam. And just a promo there, just really heating up the feud again. We all know the documented relationship between Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas. And of course, Braun's always been there for Bray. Well, we know that Mojo Bojo is the best tag team ever. But remember, Bo Dallas, we've kept it quiet, as Mr. Money in the Bank. So next up is a promo, and it's the Velveteen Dream. I will say the reason for these promos being back to back is with a 5-on-5 match with various feuds going into the next match. The Velveteen Dream cuts a promo. He's going to be taking on Neville at SummerSlam. So B plus 86. The guys went from 30 over to 70 over, 77 over even, very quickly in the space of a few months. We did run an angle on SmackDown, which I probably should have left to this show, but basically King Neville has defeated Roman Reigns for the Intercontinental Championship, so the champion is now Neville, thanks to interference from Dean Ambrose. Continuing that feud, so it's no longer champion v champion, so that's just a straight up World Heavyweight Championship match, but it does mean it's SummerSlam, Velveteen Dream, King Neville for the IC title. So a good promo there from the Velveteen Dream. And the match itself was very good. It really combined a lot of feuds together, and it was about to have great wrestling and good heat. The team of Kota Ibushi, Big E, Mojo Rawley, Roman Reigns, and the Velveteen Dream defeated Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman, Dean Ambrose, King Neville, and Kofi Kingston in 18 minutes and 1 when the Velveteen Dream defeated Kofi with a power line. So 89 were really, as you can see, going on this push with the Velveteen Dream. Performance-wise, he managed to drag in an 85, so already, I mean, he's going to be the backbone of this company for years going forward. Every day with really strong performances, apart from Mojo Rawley, but we do have to build them up, and that's going to take a good bit of time because we really did job him following the breakup of Mojo Bojo. And as you can see there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 storylines advance. The Next Chance storyline losing a bit of heat though. Next up, just a handshake effect. We're just saying, well, we're enemies this Sunday. Tonight we'll make sure we can get the victory here. So it's just Rollins and Black. They're going to be teaming up. Rollins has got a gimmick that's getting stale, and A94 keeps their storyline strong as they prepare to tag up in our co-main event. And it done okay. I was hoping it would have done a bit better. That's why I kind of wish I didn't place it here. But about the had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Black and Rollins pick up the win, defeating My Generation, Noam Dar and Pete Dunne. It's a good spotlight for them. In 1823, when Aleister Black defeated Noam Dar with End of the Line, in terms of in-ring work, Seth Rollins was head and shoulders above everyone else. 94, Black's 84, so we really need to push Aleister Black again. Pete Dunne was 74, Noam Dar 68. They do have a lot of time with them on their side. No skill improvements, I'm going to assume the storyline? No? Just no real reason for why that didn't really go over. Oh well. After the matchup, just a stare down, just say, really just who's going to win this Sunday. You know, that way you get kind of teasing of tension between the two guys, and they just kind of go, yeah, we'll see what happens this Sunday. I don't think it will possibly go over the 90s. I think it might just be short, because obviously it's a face v face dynamic. And that leads us up to our main event matchup. Of course, another promo for Fergal Devitt with Brodus in this corner against John Cena. Just basically the usual. I'm going to be the undisputed champion. I'm going to be both Universal Champion and World WWE Champion. It's going to be interesting to see who wins that one. And yeah, still not to say I'm going to do the titles. I don't plan to merge them. We may just have them as a kind of dual champion, defending one week, one the other, depending who does win the match. Main event match, done its job. A fantastic match up there. It was great wrestling and good heat. Pretty much a dream match, a few people would say. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn and John Cena defeated Fergal Devitt and the Young Bucks in 22-29 when Kevin Owens defeated Nick Jackson with a package piledriver, making them look strong going into their tag title defence at SummerSlam. John Cena in 83, staying there. Zayn and Kevin Owens, great performances, pretty decent from both the Bucks, and a 99 from Fergal Devitt. So even though he is toxic, he is still getting good performances. The Us versus Bro storyline gained heat, and the Ultimate Redemption storyline continues as well. And we end the show with a brawl between the Usos, and they kick the crap out of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, steal their titles, and stand to booze. B+, 88. There you go. Massive show of that, and we end it with the tag champions getting a beat down. Overall, A93, and this does increase our popularity in 21 regions, so keeping the company looking strong. Because we had it everywhere, I would imagine it'll help the US as well. The annoying thing is, because we lost the American deal with Raw, we have a lot of guys who are over around the world, but not in the US, which is annoying since it's a core market. Same with SmackDown losing Mexico. But I do imagine it will only be another 3-4 months before we can get the show back on in America, and then we'll slowly but surely continue to gain pop. But yeah, things are good. I'm just going to run through the SummerSlam card just now, so I end up forgetting off the top of my head. So just matches we will see at SummerSlam: Randy Orton versus The Miz, Matt Riddle and Jake Hager in the pre-show. We're going to see the Usos, Masters of Wrestling, Daniels and Kazarian, and we are going to see in that matchup as well the tag team champions of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Interesting to know who you think will win that. Likely to see something between the Exiles and the Revival. May add in the Young Bucks as well, so if that does happen, predictions for that. Of course, we are going to see Nikki Cross, Dana Brooke, Charlotte, Paige, and the talented Rhea Ripley in that women's match. Let me know who you think is going to win that, but that could change in a moment once we carry on. We've got Adam Cole v Daniel Bryan, Jason Jordan versus Rusev, Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman against Mojo Bojo. The Intercontinental Championship up on the line as Velveteen Dream takes on King Neville. We're going to have Ibushi against Samoa Joe for the US title. We're going to have Big E and Kofi, possibly shoving Xavier Woods in there as well. That could be on the pre-show. We're going to have the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose. That might main event, probably will if I'm being honest. We're going to have Raw versus SmackDown as Aleister Black takes on Seth Rollins. And it's going to be WWE Champion versus Universal Champion. The return on pay-per-view of John Cena. It's going to be John Cena versus Fergal Devitt. So let me know, guys, your predictions for that card coming up for WrestleMania. It feels like WrestleMania, it's such a good card, but sorry, SummerSlam. And we'll just give praise to the main over guys, which is, of course, the Velveteen Dream, who we're just trying to keep as happy as possible. And we'll give it to Cena and Fergal as well. So just say compliment them all for a good performance there. Pleased, pleased, and please. So we'll jump into this. I do want to see what the situation is with Paige, if we are going to have a late replacement in. It's going to be a moment of truth. There'll be a few women's workers signing, hopefully. Nope. As you can see here, no, well, I'm not actually getting taken in. That's cool. I did sign a few extra women. Tessa Blanchard's and Caitlin's back. A few others just so we can properly stock wrestlers on the women's side. So there's going to be enhancement talents. There's going to be other people that will be able to be going over as well. So absolute success for SmackDown Live. Fantastic reviews for the Celebration report. Let's actually look at SmackDown Live. You see there an A-Star 95, that amazing main event matchup 96, which was Velveteen Dream, Owens and Zayn against Ambrose and the Usos, King Neville against Roman Reigns in there as well, Kingston Gargano, Hager, Shannon Moore, so that was somebody I just brought in there, and you can see the kind of booking we do, off stream effectively, so pretty good for that. I'm going to read my news items first before we go and see Paige. So SmackDown got 41.67, which is good to see. Reigns doesn't like Tony Storm. Paige is injured, we'll check that shortly. A 43.59 for the Celebration episode, so that's good to see. And Virgo likes Mandy Rose. Reigns doesn't like CJ Robinson. Interesting. So we'll quickly kick in to our injury screen. Where are we? Medical. Paige is out for 2 days. Perfect. Paige will be available for SummerSlam. Great. You can see here, just 5 days for Hot Sauce to Racy Williams. Jack Gallagher's a year because of a botched surgery, which is a shame. Cedric Alexander back in 42 days. Crazy Mary Dobson back in 3. And 55 days for Matt Hardy in rehab. One of those things. Crazy Mary Dobson might just bring her back as Sarah Logan. Might even bring in the Riot Squad just to give some kind of things on the women's roster. But for them, when they do start their show next week, we have got a stacked women's locker room. Just to run down the kind of stars we've got. Abby Leif. AJ Lee, believing she's on maternity leave anyway and her contract expires in a massive, click on this, 6 days, so she'll be going. Alexa Bliss, Alexia Nicole, who they all rate highly, so she'll be getting a strong push. Get Aaliyah, 25 as well. Asuka, Bayley, Becky Lynch, Billie Kay of the Iconic Duo, Candice LeRae, Charlotte, Cherry Bomb, Crazy Mary Dobson, Dana Brooke, Davina Fly. I will be completely changing her up. She is going to not be working on the women's show. She's going to be rechristened as Lena Vega, and she is going to be with the new and improved, no longer Manny Andrade, but Cien Almas. So we're going to give him a proper push. That Gargano match proper made me a fan of both wrestlers. I've been enjoying Johnny Gargano, but I really just enjoyed that from both guys. Ember Moon, Emma, Eva Les Velez is back. Caitlyn, as I said, we've re-signed as well. I might just change her to Celeste Bonin. I really don't know. We'll see. Kaylee Ray, Kelly Kelly's back. Kellyanne English, Lana, Liv Morgan, Mandy Rose, Melissa, Mia Yim, Natalia back up of course, Nia Jax, Nicole Matthews, Nikki Bella, Nikki Cross, Paige, Peyton Royce, Raquel Diaz, Renee Young, Ronda Rousey's re-signed. Just, I don't really want to use her, but if she's a superstar for WWE in real life and she was still a free agent here, let's bring Ronda in to give some star power. Ruby Riott, I probably need to change her picture, it's a bit of an outdated one. Sarah Lee, Sarah Stock's her agent, Sasha Banks, Serena Deeb, we've got Serena back. Although she's down as a road agent, I'm going to change her up so she can wrestle again. Don't see anything wrong with that, adds another wrestler to the division. Shayna Baszler, Taylor Hendricks, Tessa Blanchard, talented Rhea Ripley, Toni Storm, and that is a hell of a strong women's roster. So let me know your predictions for SummerSlam, guys, and I'm going to end the video there. But as always, I said at the start of the video, any predictions for SummerSlam are deeply appreciated. If you've also done your own women's show, let me know how it's went, what kind of ratings I've been getting. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you next time for some more TEW. See you at SummerSlam. Bye bye.